How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lone Wolf, and today I'm going to do a contract called Bad Connection, and it's a bit of a simple one. I've got to go and grab a prototype trailer, so a radar trailer. It's over at the fuel station that's kind of near the gateway on the right, and then take it to the top of the map, up to there. It's the same place as the movie set where I had to drop the movie star trailer off, or the second time anyway, because there was a first stage to that mission. Yeah, so for this one, I'm going to follow the road up, go over the roadblock. I've not cleared that yet, and then cut over to it's the long kind of snowy bit, but there's a little track you can cut over here, and then I'm hoping to just jump over through those trees instead of going around, and then follow the smaller frozen river up, and then yeah, I'm near enough there. It was just, I suppose, a couple of reasons. It was a different route. Instead of just going up the snow, I kind of knew how that'd pan out, and yeah, for this one, I've got Dolphin and Loaf, good old classic pair. I've also got I've got that, well, I was calling it Jack of all trades, obviously that's the name it's playing off. I believe it's called Jack of all treads. Either way, it's yeah, they've added a DLC kind of tyre slash rims, alloys pack, as well as the truck, a Kenworth. I've still not bloody used it either. I had a mess around with it on the live stream. Yeah, the new rims, I really do like the Dolphin. It's the first time I've kind of gone through them. It's got a couple of new sets, and yeah, they suit it better. They look, I don't know, makes it look more like an army truck. And then the Loaf as well, goddamn horse, got OG Loaf in the back. Yeah, he's got new alloys as well. So I knew this mission would be a fairly quick one, as the Dolphin does put his foot down. But I kind of wanted that to be the case. I was running a little bit late yesterday. I think it's a different place as well, but I've hurt me back again, trapped nerve. But I just felt really, I was like the flu or something. So yeah, I went to bed really early yesterday. About the earliest I've been in bed in about 10 years. Yeah, as you can see, Dolphin eats up the swampy section, and yeah, this radar trailer, it's over at the fuel station. In theory, it's a pretty simple mission, because the other option you got, because I've gone over to say the right hand side of the map, I'm sort of following, going up the right hand side, sort of the middle a bit. In theory, I could follow this road all the way over to sort of the left hand side of the map and then up that way, and I've only got the last little kind of zigzag bit through the mountains to do. But yeah, this mission could be done easily with the 57X. Something of that sort of calibre, I reckon. And even though I didn't need to do it in the end, obviously I was going to bring a goddamn horse anyway, because you just never know, but just in case it needed me to have the prototype trailer attached to something before it'd let me deliver it, I've got the Loaf anyway, so even if you don't normally do that, I would have ran this setup. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I just drove into the square and it accepted the trailer. It didn't make me have to attach it to the Loaf just to accept it. And yeah, I mean, I could have unpacked the Loaf out the sideboard, attached the trailer. The Loaf, he is a goddamn professional. He will grab the trailer even when he's in the sideboard, and it'll it's nice actually to tow it along, because it kind of props the front of the trailer up, and the front can be a bit awkward for catching on stuff. But obviously, at that point, you're not packed into the trailer, into the sideboard, sorry. So yeah, safer for me, Loaf, if he's packed, and as this thing's towing along nicely with a winch. And yeah, this roadblock here, I tried climbing over here, can't remember which truck it was now, but nonetheless, I know it's, well, I've been over here in a few different trucks, but when I originally came across this landslide, yeah, it's pretty awkward to get over, more awkward than it looks. They used to make the landslides, the road blockages, pretty substantial to where there isn't even really, you don't even really look at it as I might be able to get across that. And then for the last few phases, which I prefer in general, they've made it to where it's doable in particularly the higher end trucks to climb over these roadblocks. So you don't necessarily have to clear them, and I like that just because, again, the option's there to clear it. I can just have a free road, but I like the challenge of well, see if I can climb over it then. And in some cases, was it back on, not Duncan Bay, but the other map, they had a roadblock there, and it was there was just a little cut through the swamp if you wanted to go around it. So yeah, I quite like having the different options. But yeah, that road block back there is actually more ruthless than it looks. It's got quite a lot of awkward hitboxes. Dolphin though, to its credit, it's goddamn beast. This is why I used to like. This was pretty much the original pair. The first truck I really properly used in this game was the Navistar, which I got as like, well, I had to buy it because I should have got it as a pre-order bonus, but I don't know how that worked. I didn't get it, so I just bought it. And yeah, I put quite a lot of money into that back in like when money was hard to come by at the beginning of the game. But then once I did the gameplay and review for the Dolphin, I kept that, and then it must have been a similar time that I came across the Lo4f. I originally, I believe, came across the Lo4f when it was the Truck Darts, Top Gear Truck Darts video, and yeah, somewhere around there, somewhere between that and the Derry 3194 or whatever it is, gameplay and review. And yeah, but then once I was running these two, this was like the original pair. The Dolphin was the truck I was running. A Lo4f is just, I mean, among many other things that I discovered, he was a Dolphin roof rack. That is what he's existing as right now. But he's also a potential winch point, fuel, repairs, tyres, might need him to cache the prototype trailer in, weight distribution Lo4f, moral support Lo4f, potentially an emergency deployment Lo4f, although I'd need a crane really to do that properly. I did see a bit of me Lo4f review again the other day. I had to cut a bit out. I have the original on my PlayStation. I have actually got a second channel, but there's not really anything on there. But when I upload videos from YouTube, from my PlayStation to YouTube, it just goes to my channel. I don't know how to tell the PlayStation to put it on a different channel, and I don't even know if I want to risk going into those options, because I might end up fucking something up where I now can't. I don't know, yeah, so, but I have got the full unedited Lo4f review. Where, yeah, emergency deployment Lo4f, submarine Lo4f, scuba Lo4f in fact. Many Lo4fs. Yeah, that section there, by the way, where I was just rambling, it's where I could cut across from one road to the other. And for whatever reason, just the bit I picked as well, I jumped off the rocks, it was all fine, but I just happened to land in a bit where it was like, if I drive forward, my bumper's scuffing the rocks. I will say, I put a bumper on this Dolphin, and actually, I don't like it, it catches more. I think that probably wasn't helping, but I can't say for sure if I just had like a stock bumper, which is practically no bumper, if it would have helped. But yeah, where I landed, there was like a rock just in front of me, a tree just to the left. In the end, it wasn't that difficult to get out of. I just had to disconnect the prototype trailer and put a winch out. But yeah, like in theory, the Dolphin had plenty of power to get out there. It was just, I just landed in an awkward bit that was like, to go through the trees, I was on an awkward angle. Yeah, I still have no regrets, because the other way was longer. And yeah, got a bit keen there, almost tipped, I steered out of it. I mean, the Dolphin, to its credit, it's one reason I did like it back in the day. It's not untippable, but it's definitely on the good end of not tipping. There's probably a few more vehicles that are a bit better at not tipping, but yeah, you're now talking like the most OP untippable vehicle in this game is still the long-nosed Kolob. That just takes the cake. That was harder to flip than not flip. Nice and tight on the inside. That's what she said. Yeah. Steering, it's funny because then like switching between the live streams and then doing these, like AGL's version of this Dolphin steers, it's got a bit of rear steer and all sorts. It's very nice vehicle. It's a pretty, it's hard to pick a favourite, but it's definitely pretty far up there. Again, that's definitely what she said. Yeah, money-wise, not that bad. Was it 8,400 or something? Not bad for just bringing a trailer here. It also folds out and does its little radar thing, and, you know, it's not attached to me. I didn't activate it. And then it stays like that. I think it might stay locked in the ground. And that's about it. I just want to show you the last little bit. I went on the movie set thing, and then I thought I could ram this camera and jump over these concrete barriers, and it worked perfectly. See? But anyway, yeah, that's about it for today. Thanks for watching. Get yourself a Lo4f because he's a goddamn beast, and I'll be back soon.